that brings us to our recruiting roundup for this week, and we have to start with, of course, the one that people are talking about. Savion Hyder EJ Holland said, "Hey, we got to watch this because Tennessee is definitely making a play for him, and I think he just visited Tennessee as his last visit of the round. So, what ground do you think, TJ, that Tennessee has gained, and do you still feel really confident about Michigan pulling this off?
As of May 26th, Michigan's still a leader. Okay. So I had that told to me over the weekend. I know he visited Tennessee. This past weekend for an unofficial visit. He will be visiting Tennessee again for the last official visit, but he does visit Michigan on June 13th for an official visit. And what is key, and I think I was talking with Juju and Johnny Olden about this, considering Michigan was on a 4-week hiatus, nobody took the lead in those 4 weeks. That's key. It just goes to show you how strong the connection is with Tony Alford, Savion Hyder, and Michigan. So Michigan's still in a good position, but it doesn't mean it's over, because this weekend, Savion Hyder is going to be visiting the losers down south, aka the Buckeyes. So he'll be visiting them this weekend. You know, the thing about official visits is all recruitments can turn like this. Okay. All it takes is a number, right? All it takes is a check, a guarantee, which we'll get into those. I know that's a big topic in Michigan circles with recruiting. But so Tennessee did get a visit last weekend. Ohio State is next. Michigan will be the official visit on the 13th. And then Tennessee will get the remaining visit on the last one. I believe he's also going to be doing an official visit at Georgia, I think. I'm not entirely sure on that one. But Michigan has to play its cards right. And for Michigan to win this recruitment, and I'm going to have to agree with EJ here, EJ Holland has said this repeatedly, and I know there's people on the 247 side who are very annoyed with EJ, but he's not wrong. To get to land these types of kids, you have to guarantee a number. And EJ Holland is his source on the Savion Hyder recruitment is the agent of Savion Hyder.
Right.
Now, is it possible the agent is playing the game and then EJ is a mouthpiece? Maybe, but I don't think he's wrong in the sense of you got to guarantee a number, because you do. Michigan has not been given exact figures. They've been given ranges. And the reason why they're not given exact figures is because of the House bill. It's not settled. Roster sizes are not settled. Revenue share is not settled. So Michigan does not want to guarantee anything they can't promise. Where other schools are willing to play those shady games, Michigan, and I know, like I hear Buckeyes in my ear right now, like, oh, but you cheated. No, shut up. Shut up, Buckeyes. Here's the reality. Michigan actually plays morally in a lot of instances when it comes to student athletes. They do not lie to kids. They do not overpromise kids. They try to be very transparent and honest in the recruiting process, which a lot of parents appreciate. That is Michigan's approach in recruiting. It's always been that way. It's never not been that way. The bullshit on the side has nothing to do with their approach in recruiting. So I don't even want to hear that shit from Buckeyes. I already know in the comments I'm going to get it. But and then the next player, so we'll see on Savion Hyder. But Michigan is currently in a good position. We do have to watch for Tennessee. We know what Tennessee can do. Tennessee is one of the schools that's a wild card because they are willing to go to a number out of nowhere. Like they're known to do that on occasional kids, like they did with the offensive tackle from Providence, David Sanders, I think it was, stolen from Ohio State. They do this type of stuff. So we got to be on the lookout for Tennessee. Michigan is looking good right now, but it's not over, and official visits are now starting. Next player we're going to talk about, John, Malakai Lee. This is Michigan's number one priority for the offensive line. Michigan just visited Malakai Lee a week ago. Grant Newsom visited Malakai Lee in Hawaii. His next visit to Michigan is the 20th. But what I think is interesting right now about this recruitment is Malakai Lee just put out a top 4. And you know who was not in that top 4, John? USC. USC was considered the biggest competition for Malakai Lee, who is in Hawaii, was the biggest competition to Michigan for a very long time this offseason. The current top 4 is Texas, Michigan. I have it right here. Texas, Michigan, Georgia, and Alabama. Okay. Georgia, I know, is pushing hard, but I think Michigan's in a great position. But I think it's very telling. I think it's very interesting. USC did not get put in the top 4.
Yeah.
That's only good for Michigan because obviously it's closer proximity to home. They were pushing hard for Malakai Lee. I'm not entirely sure what transpired between Malakai Lee and USC, but I don't care. The fact he's not in it is good. Yeah, it's a big Juju. USC being out's a big win. It is, and it's crazy. I can't believe he wasn't in the top 4, but we'll take it.
Yeah, maybe something just didn't click with Lincoln Riley and his coaching staff, and who knows what that might be.
He knows he's phony. He's gonna get fired in like 2 years.
Yeah.
All right, next player we're gonna hit on is a big time. This is Zion Robinson. We have a huddle tape. We'll play this for Zion Robinson. Zion Robinson is going to be on Michigan's campus for an official visit this weekend. And Michigan is pushing very hard for this freak. We want Zion Robinson. Zion Robinson is a 6'4" wide receiver, big-time playmaker. He is ranked 134 in the nation in the composite. And this is, in my opinion, a critical target for Michigan, and they need to go after him because I envision a wide receiver class of CJ Sadler, Travis Johnson, Jalen Pyle, Zion Robinson. That's the 4 I want. So I want this kid. I think he'd fit us really well. He is the playmaker we're looking for. He's a big body wide receiver. He has good hands. He's extremely athletic and gifted. And you could see his speed. Look at his stride. I mean, the kid is it. I think he's actually a little underrated. I think 134. And shout out to Juju, by the way, because he's the one who put me on Zion Robinson.
He was the Texas 6A state high jump champion as a sophomore. So he is a high jump champion. So he's doing track and field in addition to football, and you could see that mentality carry over here.
And Juju is letting us know that Salas Moa should be on this list as well. I am aware of Salas Moa, but I am not aware of why we should be increasing our odds for Michigan. So Juju, you're going to have to give me some DMs and let me know the deal. But yeah, Zion Robinson, that's who I want. Let's see how the official visit goes this weekend. Hopefully Michigan can knock it out of the park because, to me, I don't want to say it's a must get, but like I need it. I need it in my life. All right, next player we're going to talk about, John. Christian Ward. This is a very interesting recruitment. And the reason why it's interesting is because Christian Ward has publicly said, Michigan's my number 1 school. This is a kid out of Georgia. He's a 6'3", 4-star out of Georgia. His older cousin played basketball at the University of Michigan in the 90s. But here's what's interesting about this recruitment. I'm not sure it's mutual. I'm not sure Michigan feels how Christian Ward feels. Now, I won't go any further on that out of respect to the situation, but we'll see how he's on an official visit also this weekend. Let's see how Michigan handles the official visit. Let's see what comes of the official visit in terms of out of the weekend. But that's an interesting recruitment, but I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention because he is a big body wide receiver. He is a 4-star blue chip, and he did earlier, I would say just maybe 2 months ago, had Michigan number 1 on his list, which is very interesting. So one of two things. One, Michigan is going after higher targets, right? Michigan's going after higher targets, and they feel they can get them, and Christian Ward's more of a plan C. Or he's really not feeling it at all. And we'll see how it goes. So we'll see. But it's something we should at least be aware of because he really likes Michigan. All right. So the next player we're going to talk about.
And I think it's worth mentioning he's really only he went to junior day at Florida State like 2 months ago. He hasn't really been out there too much, at least from what I see here. But he'll have his official visit at Michigan in a couple of days, and we'll see what transpires. But I agree with you, TJ. It does kind of seem like a backup situation.
Yeah. So now we have Alister Vallejo. Yep. This kid is special. This kid, and shout out to Juju again, man. Shout out to Juju, man. But so shout out to Johnny Olden Garrison in the chat as well. What up, boys? So this kid here is Mason Garrison. Take notes. Mason Graham 2.0 is going to haunt you in your nightmares, and he's right here. Michigan is swinging for this kid. They want him. Lou Esposito just visited him last weekend. This kid is a clone to Mason Graham. He even wears the same number, I think. Was he 56? All right, maybe it's not 55. It might be 56. But it's close enough, damn it. Close enough. He's special, man. He's a nice player. Big fan of his. Michigan has him very high on the board. Michigan is trying to get him for an official visit. We'll see when that occurs. But I wanted to point him out to everybody because this is a special player. And if Michigan can land him, if they can land Alister, Vallejo, and Carter Meadows on this defensive line and Titan Davis, game over. It's game effing over, bro. These dudes are all difference makers. They're all big time and they're all special. I need it. So I need it. Look at him. He looks just like Mason Graham, bro. It blows my mind. But yeah, so very excited about him. Hopefully Michigan can continue progressing and trending in the right direction for him. Let's take a look at the next target who is also visiting Michigan this weekend. That is Shadarius Tootle. Brian Jean-Marie, this has been his special. He's been trying to get Shadarius Tootle to flip to Michigan from Auburn, the Auburn commit. He's been working hard here. The problem is he's been trending to Georgia, but Michigan can make a move this weekend. It's the official visit weekend. We'll see how Michigan handles this. Now, it is nice to see that Brian Jean-Marie has kind of opened up the board a little bit, but we'll see what comes out of this weekend. Can Michigan make a move here? I will say this, though. There is a belief that this kid wants to stay in SEC country. And if he does want to stay in SEC country, what are we going to do? I mean,
TJ, this one's just screaming Georgia to me. It would be epic. Let's be really clear. It would be epic if Michigan can pull this off. But it's an upward climb. He's most likely going to Georgia, but anything can happen on visits.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if it is true that he wants to stay in the SEC, then we are wasting our time, and we need to focus on Nick Abrams and my other guy who's the #1 linebacker in the nation. His name is escaping me right now. The next player we're going to talk about is big time. It's Havon Finney. And Michigan is working to make a move from the LSU commit because we love stealing LSU players.
Yeah, we do.
This is one of them. And this is the player who has reclassified to 2026. He was originally a 2027. One of his favorite players is Charles Woodson. Michigan is pushing very hard. Michigan is looking to get him for an official visit. And from my understanding, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So if Michigan can get him for an official visit, we'll see. This is a big-time player. Let's see where he's ranked. I don't even know where he's ranked right now. I think he moved up recently. So Havon Finney, we should have probably played his huddle, but it's all good because if things go well, then we'll be playing in the future. He's currently the 50. No, the composite has as the 50th ranked player in the nation. Number 5 corner. He is 6'2". He is special. He is special. So let's see if Michigan can make a move on him and, get him on an official visit to Michigan. The last thing I'm going to hit on here, John, is there are 3 other players coming for official visits this weekend. 4-star safety Jordan Deck, 4-star tight end Ian Premer, although I don't know why he's coming. We already have 2 tight ends. Whatever. I mean, enjoy your visit, sir. 3-star offensive lineman Jax Tanner. Enjoy your visit. But we will see, man. We will see. Big weekend official visits are officially here. A lot of recruiting news should happen over the next will happen over the next few weeks. I do think Michigan is going to do very well over the next month and a half. But to EJ Holland's point, Michigan's got to get real serious about NIL right now because it's NIL era, and it's not about getting serious about it. It's not that Michigan doesn't have the funds. It's that Michigan has to guarantee a number because other schools are. And just like anything, John, we always kind of compare recruiting and football to business all the time.
Sure.
If the competitor is doing something the customer wants and you're not, well, guess what? You're losing.
Yep.
It is what it is. Like they're guaranteeing something that we are not at this current time. And that is making players lose interest. It's just what it is. And I know there's a contingent, and there might even be someone right now watching us saying, "Oh, I'm sick of this. Is just crazy." It's not though. This is reality. Like people got to understand this. Guys, these kids are advised by agents playing a game of business. This isn't just kids going to school and being student athletes anymore. No. This is money. Dollars make sense. And if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars types of situation here. So Michigan's got to get, and I will say this too. This is interesting. Word is, the reason why Michigan's not guaranteeing numbers is not because of Sean McGee. It's the administration.
Oh, big shock.
Yeah.
Oh, the administration is causing hurdles and blocking things?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. I know.
News at 11.
I know, dude. And I'm gonna be real. Like, you already know how I feel. We went over this like last month. It's so frustrating, bro. So let's see. But let's see if that changes. Let's see if this. Well, guess what? We're gonna find out this weekend. We will probably learn if Michigan's changed their tune a little bit on the NIL presentation. But if not, then shit, bro.
Yeah.
You're always making it hard on Michigan.
It really does boggle my mind that there's this disconnect. And like, do we, the question needs to be asked, do they want Michigan to be an elite football program, or do they want it to be a mid to okay to sometimes good football program? And you can't have an elite football program in 2025 without at some point you got to promise dollars and cents. And if Tennessee does it, for example, with Hyder, and Michigan is still not willing to counter once Tennessee's offer, I don't know if they've officially submitted, if he knows what the Tennessee offer is, but if Michigan isn't willing to counter, then prepare to lose 4 and 5 star talent like continuously.
This official visit season depends on how Michigan handles the NIL situation. Now, it's not everything, and there are kids who will commit. We've seen this. Brady Smith, we've seen other kids commit. It's not everything, but it matters. Like, it's not everything, but it matters. So we'll see how Michigan navigates. Hopefully the approach is more evolved. It's frustrating because Michigan finally has financial support, and they can't,
Yeah.
They can't go full optimal with it right now.
It's wild. I want us, Justin, with the 5 here, I want us to get Tyson Bacon and Titan Davis commit to Michigan defensive line class plus Carter Meadows. Carter Meadows, great.
We're essentially aligned. Give me Titan Davis, Carter Meadows, and Alister, Vallejo. I'm good. I would be cloud 9. We're good. Like, that would be that'd be such a crazy trio. And then we already have the my guy who's the high upside in Tariq Bani. Yeah, dude. Tariq Bani, Carter Meadows, Alister Vallejo, and Titan Davis. Buckeyes might not be able to sleep again.